थोड़ा बीच में आ रहे, बीच में आ, राइट में आ, और थोड़ा राइट में आ, थोड़ा और, बस.
नहीं कार.
Okay, we are going live, Abhishek. One, two, three. Yes. Yeah, Abhishek, we are
Okay.
live now.
Hello, guys. Welcome to the weekend show with Chartmojo. Before proceeding, here's a disclaimer. This video is purely made for educational purpose only. We are not advising any trading or investment ideas. Chartmojo won't bear any responsibility for any trading losses you might incur as a result of using this learning. One is free to choose whether or not to follow the learnings and create a position in the market at his or her own risk. Remember, it is one of the most riskiest investment forms possible, and we might be having our own positions in the mentioned stocks. So, hi Devraj, we can begin the session.
Yes, yes. So just as usual, we will be giving our updates. Okay, we will first give our updates on Nifty, Bank Nifty, and what's happening in the market. Okay, so just start with the Nifty analysis. Okay, so as we can see the Nifty. Okay, so here we can see 200 DMA. Now, if you see the past price action, okay, for the past 2 weeks almost, Nifty is somehow touching this 200 DMA, every alternate day. So, what we can interpret it from this price action is somehow market is not able to get direction, okay, because we are getting news flow from Russia, from America about the bond yields and interest rate hikes, and all these events are lined up, and our own this the war which is going on, there is also a problem of every day a new news come. Now recently something regarding Germany not accepting the oil and all those things. So because of all this news flow, there are many gaps forming here, and all this is happening near 200 DMA. Okay, so the range which we have plotted, which was 17,450, so we will count that as 17,500. Okay, and the lower range is 16,800. Now these range are the decisive range. Okay, if we get market above the this 17,500 or below 16,800, then only we can take a positional call. Till then one can trade, whenever there is a gap fill, one can trade on the contra side. Okay, now if we see, first I will like to show you Dow Jones chart before proceeding further for Nifty. So if we see this Dow Jones, okay, now we have seen a very sharp fall on Friday session here on Dow. So on Monday, if we see Dow futures trading below 32,600, then that time we will be definitely seeing Nifty somewhat reaching again to these levels, which was 17,000 to 16,950, 16,900 levels. Opening will be most likely a gap down opening, 100 to 200 points gap down opening. Okay, and we might test this 16,830 level. So if 16,800 breaks on Monday session, then definitely the trend will again become bearish, and we can see this longer duration falling broadening wedge. If we got confirmation below 16,800, then we might expect Nifty to fall further and might also hit the previous swing lows and also this green line, okay, falling support line. If we see somehow Nifty going above, then definitely I think so now long position should be strictly taken above 17,500. Okay, bottom catching around gap down zone, which might come 16,900 or 16,950. I think so we must avoid that on Monday. Okay, usually what we used to do, I was saying in many other videos, if we see a gap down and we see a gap fill, then we can go contra. But on Monday, I think so we should not go contra if we see a gap down. Okay, we might not build a bullish position. If we see some good news, definitely. So because of this, I will be discussing some breakout soon candidate only, because If we see a gap down opening, then those buy trigger will not generate, and we might not take position on such counters. But if we see somehow any positive surprise, because we have seen many times Dows fall on Friday and somehow some news or some XYZ thing come up and market again start to go up and consolidate just in the range. So we will be taking 3 to 4 stocks, but all will be breakout soon. So if there is a gap down, then those buys will not get triggered. I am not taking sell call still because I have seen in the past we have taken some this we have taken breakdown soon candidate also in our past daily video, but those were not triggered because somehow there was some buying in the market. Again, those counter would turn up and a sell trigger was not triggering. Now, on the bank nifty side, okay, bank nifty side, we have seen a channel formation. We can see this channel. I have told you in the our daily videos. We have seen this channel, and this channel got broke out, and we have clearly stated that we should, definitely wait till, from the daily chart. I will, just put daily chart here. We were discussing if we got a breakout from that channel, we can expect bank nifty to touching around this 200 dema again. But we have seen a fall just below from that level. Okay, it was not able to touch this 200 dema. If you see nifty versus bank nifty, we can clearly see bank nifty is hovering below 200 dema constantly. If we see almost after the this big red candle, okay, Nifty was touching 200 DMA every alternate days, but here we can see every day was below 200 DMA. So we can see weakness here, okay. And if we see opening below this level, okay, below 35 900 level, then I think so one can expect this channel, okay, the lower boundary of the channel. I will just put hourly chart again. This is the lower boundary of the channel. I think this might get achieved, okay, which comes around 34 900 if we see a opening below previous lows. So on bank nifty also, if there is a little bit of gap down opening, then it's okay to go, short. But if there is a gap down opening till the range of 35 300 to 35 200, then our risk reward will not favor from short, because we can see there is a falling support line. So in that case, what we must do, uh, I might not suggest to go contra on Monday, because we might need to see on Monday how market will behave. Also on Tuesday there is a market holiday, and there is a Fed meeting on second and I think so on third and second and third. The impact will be seen on fourth on our Indian markets. So for positional purpose, to create any positional long or short, we should wait till fourth. Okay. Till then, if we see bank nifty here, still I won't suggest to go contra from this trade. If we want to short, we must wait for this channel support line to be taken out. Means whenever we see price falling below 38 900 or 38 800, we can create a short by keeping hourly candle high as an SL. Okay, but if we see bank nifty opening in this zone, wait for some time, and if see there is a pattern formation and there is a breakdown, then only take a trade. If bank nifty give only 100 200 breakdown, then we can get a good short opportunity by keeping this falling support line as an SL. Okay, now talking over crude. Okay, so crude has not shown any big movement on the chart. It is still in the descending triangle formation. You can see this is a descending triangle formation. Again, there was an attempt of breakout, but I think so it again got failed. So if you want to see on crude, 97 are the level we should watch out, and on the upper side 115 is the level we should watch out for. These two are the level which will have an impact on equity market. If it goes above 115, we see some negative sentiments. If it goes below 97, then it will be a big positive. So quickly now I will discuss today what we have shared on our Twitter channel was a breakout soon candidate. Okay, so these all are breakout soon. If we see a gap down opening, then this buy trigger will not happen and we might not buy. Okay. So these are the breakout soon counters. One is Indian hotels. If you can see this chart, this is a rectangle formation. There is also a pullback. Okay, pullback generated from the previous resistance zone. Now it's acting as a support zone, and we have seen again reaching this counter till its previous swing high. Okay. Now, one thing you must notice that on Friday we have seen a very sharp fall in the end session. Despite of that sharp fall, we can see the stock was standing still. So we are definitely seeing some buying movement in selective stock counters. That's why we are, if any good news come, then definitely these are the counter to watch for. If not, our buy trigger won't generate, and we will wait for 1 or 2 days again. Till that time, this stock might go a little bit down, and we can get good opportunity there. So now Indian Hotel a rectangle formation, and we can see here again a swing high breakout. If we get above this stock above 262, second counter is uh, yes, second counter is Rupa and Co. So here again rectangle formation, and we have seen this counter attempting a breakout with a very good volume. Okay, you can see the volume bar here. The volume bar is very good, and there was a neat attempt for an breakout, but in the last hour fall, we can see some pullback from this resistance zone. Now, what we must do in this counter, we should wait for 560 level, okay, because the market uh, might show some choppiness also. So we must wait for 560 level. Above 560 level, one can take a trade in this counter by keeping SL just below this support zone. Okay. Next counter is DCM Srinam. Again a rectangle count. We have selected again a rectangle pattern, and this is all our rectangle continuation pattern. You can see the counter was in good strength. High low was consistently maintained, and we can see rectangle formation now. If we see a break above 1265, then we can surely see a good momentum from there, and we will get a breakout in this counter. Now, if you carefully see this particular counter, again DCM Sriram, if you see from last almost 1 month, the counter is hovering in the above this range. Okay, so this swing low becomes important. 1100 is the level which becomes a very important zone. If you see 1100 taken out, then definitely this stock might again touch the lower support. But by looking at the strength, okay, market is not performing well, but the counter is holding up. So if we get this counter above 1260, then definitely we can see a good breakout. Next counter is Ember Enterprise. Then again same, you can see so this counter is almost whole month of March and April month, this counter was showing resilience. Okay, market was falling, but this counter was able to sustain all those selling pressure, and we can see there was attempt made on Friday for a breakout. Okay, now in such cases we should note down all these strong counters. If there is gap down tomorrow, our buy won't trigger. But if there is gap down tomorrow and some good news come regarding on fourth from Fed, and then again market recover, then these four stocks are the such kind of stocks which will see fast recovery, and we can get good upside momentum in this. Okay, so these were the views from our side, and now I will ask Abhishek to take the stocks queries. Yes, Abhishek.
Yeah, so we'll start with the queries. The first one is by Guna Sekar. He wants to know about TCS.
Okay, TCS. Now just a second. uh TCS. Okay, also now just before starting, just we have updated our audio settings. Okay, last session we were having audio issue, so just give me a comment. Okay, Abhishek will tell me. Just ask Abhishek if my audio is coming. Can you hear my audio, Abhishek? You also?
Yeah, I
I'm
can
just
hear.
asking. Yeah, you just ask from our audience as well if the audio issue has been fixed.
Yeah, guys, if the audio is fine, kindly say yes or no, whatever. If Yeah, it's fine.
Okay. So I think so now we should start our stock query session. Okay. So Tata TCS, right, Abhishek? You have asked about. Okay. So if we see TCS clearly, this is the support line. Okay. I think so. If someone is holding, one can wait. Okay. If someone wants to buy, okay, just continue to hold if you are holding. If someone wants to buy, just wait for these support levels, which comes around 3400. I think so. This counter, looking the price action of this counter you might get at 3400 if you want to buy for even for investment purpose. For trading purpose, see, we need to wait till this previous swing high, okay, because I think so now on an every rise there is a selling in all this IT counter, okay. So I think so we must wait about 3800 for a long to be created. Till then I think so this will hover in between, and if weakness persists we might see this counter touching 3400 very soon. So for technical purpose of, so for investment purpose, definitely this is a counter which is good, but again, just wait for 3400 level. Yes. Next, Abhishek.
Yeah, next is Maruti.
Okay, now if you can see the Maruti Suzuki chart, now this has formed a rising channel. Okay, then we have seen a breakout at this level. So to quickly draw, you can see a rising channel formation was formed, and then there was a breakdown due to all the war news, and now it is consolidating near this level. Okay, so if you are holding for long term, or if you are holding for short term trade, for long term it's a good, you can continue whatever your fundamental is, but for short term this previous swing lows now become a very important level. This should be your stop loss 7350, and you can continue to hold. Auto sector generally, if you see Nifty auto is showing outperformance against all the other sector. Okay, auto, energy, and Nifty, these three sector are showing good outperformance against other sector. So definitely this is a good stock which you have picked, but this swing low should be maintained, which is 17300. Okay, 17300, 17350. If you want to wait for closing basis, then 17350 is broken, then you can think of exiting this counter. Next stock,
Next is Shanti Gears.
Shanti Gears.
Shanti.
Yes. Now see, this is a good counter. Okay. Yeah, there was a good volume spike also. Its average volume is little bit less on a daily basis. Okay, so if someone is making fresh entry on this breakout, I would suggest to look some other counter, but this is showing a very good CNH breakout. Okay, so this is called as cup, and this is a handle. Okay, so this is a very good counter who have catched just before the earnings. But if we see, almost, if market gives a positive surprise anyhow on Monday, you might seeing almost half or 60% of the target getting completed. So see, if you are playing this CNH pattern, okay, if you are playing this CNH pattern, then definitely this is a very good stock. Your stop loss must be just below this wide range breakout candle, which comes around 200 levels, and your target is 292. So how it is calculated? This is the depth of the cup. Okay, just plot above here. Yes. Next stock, but this is a good counter. Fresh entry one can avoid. Okay, uh, but those who are holding, definitely wait for 290. Yes.
Next stock is Power Grid Corporation.
Yeah. If you see power grid chart, okay, so we was thinking of there will be a movement from this level, and it might touch this resistance line. So there was an attempt, but in the last Friday selling, it again went down. So see, if someone is holding for speculative purpose, if for short term purpose, and wants to keep a SL, just keep your SL below this level, which is 218. If 218, or if you want to go more specific, I would say your SL should be this previous swing, the wide range breakout candle low. Okay, this lows come around 216. 216 should be your SL, and if this channel is successfully taken out, okay, then I think so we might get a good channel breakout target, which would be around the tune of 280 to 300 levels. So if someone is having position in this counter, can continue to do so, because all the energy counter, all the energy major stocks are definitely showing good strength against Nifty and all the other counter. Yes. So this is a good stock. Fresh entry one should take above this breakout level. Okay. So just keep in mind, when this channel is taken out along with this swing high, now definitely the channel has gone up. So whenever this channel is taken out, okay, definitely then this stock is ready for a big move. It might also complete target within 3 to 4 days if we get a successful breakout from this channel. As this channel is constantly, from over 1 year, one and a half year, this channel is forming. Okay, so we'll get a good target if this is taken out. So fresh position above this channel breakout. If someone is hold, continue to hold. If someone wants to take fresh entry, take entry around 218 with small SL. Okay. Yes.
Yeah. Next stock is IIFL.
IFL. IFL security we have discussed in IIFL securities or wealth, or I think so 2 3 counters are there.
It's securities only.
Okay, securities. So IFL securities is now trading in a falling channel. See this. If I want to show you this, almost, I think so we might get a symmetry. Yes. So I think so. The stock is also in sideways. Okay. Uh, there was an attempt here to take out this falling resistance line, but that got failed due to the recent sell off. It has tried again and again failed. So I think so in such kind of a counter where momentum is not there, uh, one can wait for this swing high to take fresh entry above 105. uh, I think so this angel one is showing more strength than all the other security counter. If you see angel one, the chart of angel one is looking more prominent. But in this counter, if you want to keep your SL, you must keep just below 83 level. I can see this level, yeah, 82 level. This level is being as a support, acting as a support. You can keep that as a SL. Fresh position should be avoided. Just take a fresh position above 105, this previous swing high. Okay, 105 levels. uh, but I think so you can also look some strong counter in this security sector. Yeah. Next stop.
Yeah. Next stock is Genus Power. GENUS.
Genus Power Infra, right? Yeah. Now see, this is a good stock. This is in momentum. Okay. Volume are also good. So if we see, this is a breakout. Okay. So the symmetry is not good, but we can see it forming a sideways consolidation. Okay. If we see, almost we have got a breakout from this level. This was an overhead resistance, and we are clearly seeing this counter holding up. Okay, now this is called as a pennant pattern. See this, the formation is of pennant pattern. Now simply because the overall market is weak, that's why the stock might show some negative surprise on the downside. But I think if someone is holding, continue to hold. This is a very good counter. All power and this stock are in very good momentum. Also, if we get a dip in this counter, one can try to play as a reversal candidate. Okay, reversal candidate means we will get a throwback till this level around 89.90. If market falls further, one can create then a good long position there. If it do not comes around this breakout level, again it do not retest the previous breakout level, then definitely the strength will continue and it will go up. Someone wants to take a fresh position can take above 113. At that time we will get a breakout of pennant pattern. Yes.
Yeah. Next stock is Adani Enterprise. Shubham is asking, is it time to book profit?
Yeah, so if we see Adani Enterprise, okay, uh, I might also extend these levels. Yeah, these are the levels. If you see, there was clearly a rising resistance line on this counter, okay, and also the counter was showing same channel kind of structure, but due to the volatility, we can see this channel, breaking for one day, again candles goes up. If you see again here, the same thing happens, okay, and slightly the channel was widening. Now in such high volatility counter, what one should do, if you are having your long positions, one can book some profit in this counter because it is, you know running from one way from its lower channel support, okay. Now if you book some of the profit, then you have cushion if this counter fall, and is this counter again touch this line, okay, which comes around 2130. At that time you can wait for 1 or 2 days, again counter shows you, going up, you can redeploy that cash which you have booked at top, okay. If else it breaks down, then you can book your rest of the profit. So if you want a level, say in such counter, no one can predict when this counter will turn and fall. See, no one can predict because this counter is trading at all-time high levels. See this. This is a monthly chart. This counter is trading on all-time high levels. So you might not get any resistance from the previous data. So what you must need to do? You must need to trail your SL. Okay. One way is using some moving average and waiting for confirmation. Okay. I will make video also on that. Second way is you can see here this level will definitely act as a support which comes around 2140. As the price goes up, this line will also goes up. You can trail on this line, else on a moving average. And because the move was so sharp, okay, almost you can see a 1,000 point move from the lower channel support, you can book some profit and keep with rest and keep trailing your SL. Yes.
Yeah. Next stock is Bajaj Consumer.
Now see, this is the stock which we must not be in for a longer time. I think so. This stock shows this kind of behavior again. Uh, this is the monthly chart. Okay, so it is not in, cycle, but still. So this is a, you can clearly see this is a downward trend. We have talked all the trend and all this thing in the Dow theory video. You can watch. So see, now what one must do if someone is stuck from a higher level, one should not first of all average this kind of stock. If you are holding from some fundamental reason, then it's your choice. But from technical viewpoint, this is a weak counter. Now it is holding up as we are seeing some buying in consumer durable sector. Okay, again Bajaj Consumer makes some products and all this thing. We can see some buying here as well because the money is coming in this sector. Uh, Now, if someone wants to take a fresh position in this, one should wait for this falling line. Okay, this is only for speculation for an intraday and for 2 to 5 days kind of a trade setup. You can see there is a falling resistance line forming up. Again, you can see a support here. So this is a pennant pattern. Now, difference between pennant pattern of Bajaj Consumer and one power stock which we have discussed. I think so. It was some
Power Grid.
no, previous that
Yes,
uh,
Power.
yeah, Genius Power. Now see that pennant you are getting on an uptrend. Okay, uptrend with the channel consolidation on an breakout that shows you that buying is there and bulls are in power. Now this pennant you are getting on a downtrend. So many times this kind of pattern also fails because the positioning of this pattern is on a weaker stock. Okay, these are the continuation pattern, but this pattern is forming on the start. If we would have got here triple bottom or inverse HNS, then we can play out some pattern, okay, on that. But still, if someone wants to trade in this counter, you can trade when this counter goes above 172. Keep your SL below 160, just below 165, and play for target till 200 and 210, which are the this one would be your pennant target, second would be your swing high, previous swing high. Okay, if someone is holding, then just keep your SL below this previous swing low 150. Okay, yes. Next
Next
counter.
stock is Zomato.
So again, this is a falling stock. Don't try to average these stocks, because we have seen in the past, 100, out of 100 stock, if we see only, you know majority of stock will go down. If you try to average, and just when it comes to an average level, you will sell off all your holding. So the purpose of your averaging a counter goes in vain. So simply, if you are having some fundamental view on this company, then that's different. If you see technically, this is definitely in a downtrend. One must avoid this counter. See, I'm telling you again, I will draw a path here. You need to get two higher high, higher low. I've discussed this in our Dow theory video. If you get such kind of a setup, okay. Now see here, I've got one high, one swing low, again swing high. This is a swing low, and then a break. This shows us that buying is there in that counter. Okay, so if we see this kind of structure, then we should find out pattern in such structure and then play for a long side. Okay. Now these all stocks are definitely a weak structure. You can see low, lower high continuously forming up. Every previous swing high is not taken out, and every lower, every lows are taken by lower lows. So this is a weak counter. Just avoid if someone is holding. I think so. We are not, you know, in this we also can't get a previous support zone. Also this has given a breakdown, so I would suggest one to exit this. Okay, if someone is holding this, as per my view, but rest is your case. Yes, this is definitely a bad stock. Yes, Abhishek, next counter.
Yeah. Next stock is CDSL.
Now, so this is in a sideways. I think so. We have also taken in previous live episode. Again, this is in a sideways. Better stock than this is BSC. If you can see, uh, this is in a channel. Okay. Now see this. This is a channel lower support. I thought there will be a pennant breakout from here, but it didn't happen. Market was, again in selling zone. And you can see buying again occurred at the channel low. Now you can see this channel low has been maintained 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And here you can see there was an attempt for a breakdown, but you didn't see a follow-up selling here. Again, you have seen the same thing. You can see here, doji candle, and then a candle confirmation, and now the stock is again rising. See, if market remains above 16800, then these stocks will definitely try to hit its target, which comes the upper channel boundary. Okay, but definitely a good stock. BSC is. CDSL on the, on the counterpart, if you see CDSL, now CDSL is not showing that kind of momentum. Okay, it is now stuck in sideways. If you can see, it has shown a good momentum here. You can see a one-way rise, a very sharp rise in the price. Now it is taking rest. Just make fresh long above 1750. When 1750 level is taken out, one can take fresh long. Till then, if you want to hold, you can hold. This counter is holding up. Okay, there is no issue in holding this counter. You can keep your SL just below this support zone. I have also created a new video on support and resistance. It will be out tomorrow. You can watch. Okay. See, this is a clear support zone. You can keep just your SL just below this support zone. Yes, Abhishek. Next counter. Yeah, but this is not giving any opportunity from almost year. Your money is stuck. If you want to play, you can play in some good momentum counter. Yeah, Abhishek.
Yeah. Next stock is Adani Port.
Adani Port has given a breakout, but I think so. It has again come down. Just a second. Yes. Here it is. It has also given a confirmation. Yes. And our SL is also taken out here. See this level. 865. So on the Friday session, this breakout has been failed because the price is close below this level, and I think so. If someone is playing this breakout, okay, uh, then one should exit, okay, this counter, because if you see all this Adani Group stock is showing good momentum, okay. You can count any counter, but only Adani Port is not able to perform well, okay. If this is not performing well, we must not remain with this counter. There might be some reason why this counter is still underperforming all the other Adani Group stocks. So now if someone wants to create a fresh log, if someone have not entered this stock, I think so the previous swing high will be a good area to create long again, but I don't think it might come very soon. So that's why one can exit this counter as this breakout is failed. Okay, if someone was trying to play this breakout has failed. If someone is trying to playing this trend, okay, if someone wants to play this trend, for them the SL will be this, okay, because if you have seen how trend form is in this way. So if someone is playing for this longer trend, then for them you can wait for the previous swing low to be taken out, which comes around 800. Okay. Yes, we have also given this counter around here. We have discussed this counter two times around this breakout, and second around this breakout. This breakout has failed, so our SL is also hit here. Yes. Next counter, Abhishek.
Yeah. Borosil Renewable.
Borosil Renewable. Yeah, this was showing good strength, but again, see this. The We can see a very good strong buying on the breakout candle. Okay, and good pattern here also, but just a second. Yeah, sorry, I have not silenced it. Yeah, now, so it has given a very good volume on this breakout candle, but the breakout failed. See, the confirmation of breakout has also been seen on the next day, but there was selling just above the breakout level, the breakout confirmation level, and we can see counter again coming below. I think so 680 is the level. If we see stock closing below this 680 level, I think so one might exit this counter as the breakout has been failed. Stock might also see some level around this level, okay, somewhat around these level, okay. So if I want to just make a zone, yeah, somewhat around this zone. So if we see a fall below 680, I think so you might get this stock again on the previous support zone around 580s level. Yes, a fresh position don't make now any in this stock. uh, that again it might take 1 or 2 months, I think so, to take out this level. So we will see in some other videos that. Yes, Abhishek. Yeah, Abhishek, next counter. I think so, Abhishek, your mic is on mute.
Hello.
Yes.
Yeah. Yash wants to know about escorts.
Escorts. Now, see, there was some corporate action here. There was some corporate action in this. I think so. Some foreign promoter have offered to take back some shares or something. There was a news. Uh, See, that's why the price action is such. Okay, in such scenarios, what one can do, one need to see weekly charts. Okay, if you see the weekly chart of this counter, again, uh, we can see this level. Okay, I am marking this level. This is the level which has shown as resistance level. Now that same level turned as support level. Okay, this thing I have talked in our video which will be coming tomorrow. So see this. This is a change of polarity. Again, if someone wants to take a position, should take at these level, because your stop loss will come just 5% or 3% below your buying price. Okay, when you keep such small stop loss, then if the stocks turn around from that level, then it will be a good pullback trade. Okay, or this stock will again trade in channel or some formation. Right now what one must do, one must wait. Okay, in this stock, if someone is holding, can hold, can keep their SL just below this support zone. If someone wants to create fresh position, I think so you must all create above 2000 level. I think so that was the buying price. So above 2000, if this stock go, then only you should create a fresh long. Otherwise wait for this level to come, keep a small SL. If this stock goes up, then good, it might again touch 1900 level at that time. Right now, if someone wants to make a fresh long, the risk reward would not be favorable. Okay, you will only get 1 is to 1 RR. So just avoid fresh long. Yes, Abhishek.
Yeah. The next stock is GNFC.
GNFC. Yeah, this stock is showing a very good movement. Okay. Now see, we have seen a basing breakout also. I will quickly go to daily chart now. See, this stock is now consolidating. Okay, after a very a very parabolic move, this stock is now giving a consolidation, because this stock has not seen any such sideways movement. This might happen, this might further continue for 1 2 weeks. uh, I will simply, okay, so in such case what one must do, generally right now the 9 EMA and 5 EMA are taken out. Now 20, this stock might try to take support on 21 EMA. These are all used to trail your stop loss. Okay, so those who are trading for an momentum uses 5 EMA and 9 EMA. Those who want to play trend, okay, trend, use 21 EMA to trail their SL. So I think so this might touch those level. Okay, and there is no issue in this stock. The stock is holding up, it is showing good strength. Okay, and if someone wants to enter, take fresh position. Okay, um which I am using fib. Okay, Fibonacci's level. One must wait for some pullback around 755. Okay, if we see stock near 755 and 700, that would be a good re-entry zone if someone wants to create a long on the basis of Dow theory. Okay, if we see stock forming up higher high and higher low. Otherwise, if you want to play plain and simple, just wait for this level to be taken out to create a fresh long. Someone in the position, just be in this position. There is no harm. Use 21 EMA as a stop loss. Yes, Abhishek. Next counter.
Yeah. Next stock is Jagdamba.
Jagdamba.
Shri Jagdamba.
Huh. I think so. The volume will be less. Yes, the volume is too less. You can see 1,000 2,000 quantity being traded. Okay, so the volume is too less. The counter also hits some circuit. Okay, uh, see, if you're holding this at higher level, I think so. Generally, what you must do, these are all. I think so. It is only listed on BSC. Okay. Secondly, the volume are very low, only 1,000 or 2,000 volume. Still, if you want to see the chart structure, there is no issue in the chart structure as of now. You can see this is in a good uptrend. Uh, but I think you must see the same company, the same business in some good FNO counter, or this. If this is a polymer, okay, you can see some other company making same enzyme or same thing on a mid cap counter or a large cap stock. Definitely, this kind of stock gives good return, but I think so. These kind of stocks are the one to fall first if we see some panic. Okay, if you see some panic in the market, these are the stock which will fall first. So we have seen in 2017. If you see 2018 market, 2016, 17, 18. This was a very good run after a Trump election. We have seen in the November December end of 2016, we have seen the market going up. Okay, we have seen 2017 performing very well for the equity, especially for mid cap, small cap. But in 2018 and 2019, it was the worst year for mid cap. Most of the mid cap and small cap counter corrected 80% from their high. Okay, so that's why when all these counter, when volume are low, one should avoid such counter and definitely try to move in mid cap stock. If you don't want to go in large cap stock due to low returns, then if you want to take high risk, take risk in mid cap stock. Okay, now in this stock someone is holding, you can see the stock is forming support level here, and this stock is at its COP, change of polarity zone. You can see this level clearly acting resistance previously, now acting as a support. Just keep your stop loss below 770 if you're holding this counter. If it falls below, you can exit. And from I won't want to suggest a pattern on this because the volume is too low. So just keep your SL below this, and if it goes up, just book your target around the previous swing high. Yes, Abhishek. Next counter.
Yeah, next stock is LTTS.
LNT technology, na? Yes. See, again, IT counter is seeing selling. If you see Nifty IT, again, it is weak. We have seen Nasdaq also on the Friday session making new low. I think so. The support of this counter is also taken out. You can see this. So see, in such cases when support is taken out, stock might try to give a pullback here. It might come here and then again fall will resume. Uh, so I think so. Now this was in sideways zone and it is shown a one-way sell-off. It might come to touch around this level, but if you are holding this counter, then you can exit because this is a breakdown from the support zone. Okay. If you want to take your chance, which I generally don't tell, keep just SL below this three, this previous swing low. Take a chance if this, again re-enter in this. It's your luck, and you can exit then at a high level. But mostly, if there is a again, if there is some good news in the market, it will come here, and again it will try to fall down. Yes, so one can exit this counter. It is clearly a weak. We can see clearly weakness in all the IT counter as well as in this LTTS. Yes,
Yeah, next stock is Dawat.
LT. Yeah, again you can see this has given a good breakout. Okay, uh, we can see there was two zone in this. Now this stock will try to take out this level. So see, now what one must do in such counter, you can see clearly a rectangle formation forming up. Okay, we can see chart pattern forming up. This was an hurdle which was also taken out. Now due to recent sell off, this counter has fall from its high. If someone is there in this counter, one should wait. Okay, for 80, this level 83 level to be taken out. If 83 you get closing below 83, you can exit this because your SL will get hit. Okay, if you want to take re-entry, then one can take entry in this kind of setup near 83 level and keep your SL that time just below 78. Okay, uh, almost 5%, almost 6-7% SL will be there. Okay, but again we have seen this breakout and it is stock is coming down. If someone is a pullback trader, then only it is recommended to take a position on pullback. Otherwise, if you are a momentum trader, then the momentum is lost in this counter, and if close below 83 is confirmed, then this counter will again go in sideways in this channel. Yes, Abhishek, next counter.
Yeah. Next stock is Amy Organics.
Okay, if we see Amy Organics chart, I think so it is recently listed over an year. Okay, 6 months about. This stock is okay in a sideways zone after listing, and data are not there too much. But still, if someone is holding, we can see support zone at this level, and I think so. This level is a yes. You can see this is your resistance. So if someone is holding this counter, there is a pattern formation here. Now see, I have told you flag, pennant and all such pattern. Okay. Just earlier I have discussed on that power stock a pennant on an breakout. After breakout, so it's in continuation. Then one stock we have talked about pennant on the below. Someone have asked from audience only. So at that counter we have seen a pennant which is forming on an downtrend. Now this pennant, this you can see a pennant formation. It is forming in a sideways. So you can see same pattern can form on every type of trend. These are all three type of trend, and this pattern has been formed in a sideways. So generally what happens, uh, those speculators or those who want to take position for small targets with small risk, generally they do tends to exit around this resistance. Okay, whatever the overhead resistance come, first resistance come, they will exit. So if someone wants to take a long in this, wait for this resistance to be taken out. So 1180 will be the level. If someone is holding this counter, just keep your SL below this pattern. Okay, this is a pattern, and just keep your SL below this level, which comes around 1110. So I will suggest you keep your stop loss 999. Okay, just below 1000. At 1000 level will act as a good psychological support. Also, if that 999 is taken out, then just exit, because after that the stock might again try to touch this 850 level. Okay, lower support. If we get successful breakout, then definitely your target comes previous swing high. Yes, Abhishek. Next counter.
Yeah. Next is IFL Finance.
I okay.
I think we have already covered IFL, right?
That was securities.
Okay. Okay.
See, this was a strong counter. IFL Finance. I think so. Yeah, we have discussed in our stock ideas as well. Uh, if you see, IFL Finance have given one way move. We have discussed around in a breakout soon candidate somewhat here. After it has also gone up. But right now, if you see carefully the price action, okay, I will show you hourly chart. It is forming a broadening pattern. Okay, if you see, this is forming a broadening pattern on an hourly time frame. Now, this generally happens when bulls and bear both are taking charge. What it means, bulls are also aggressive in this counter, and bears are also aggressive in this counter. So with each successive buying and selling on their part, we can see swing getting bigger and bigger. Okay, volatility is increasing. That's why it is making a kind of megaphone. You can also say a megaphone. So this is happening at a breakout, above breakout zone, or at breakout zone. Okay, so again, if someone is holding, continue to hold. Okay, uh, if sellers are the winner, if bears are the winner, okay, then definitely this stock will again unfortunately touch this below, you can see support levels. For stop loss, one should follow the rule. This was a breakout candle. If we see a closing below 340, one can exit this counter. Okay, 340, this stock giving exit below 340, closing 340. Then simply bears will again try to take this counter near this support level, and we must not wait till that. Ideally, 340 is taken out on a closing basis, one must exit. Now, to if someone is holding long, continue to hold for 340 as well closing basis. To take fresh position again, you need to wait for this, rising resistance line to be taken out to take a fresh position. Okay. Yes, Abhishek. Next counter.
Yeah, next stock is ACE.
ACE. Action construction. Yes, I think so. Someone have asked. Again, a sideways counter. Okay, if someone is holding, can hold. You can see clear support and you can see a clear resistance as well. So this is small, resistance on a smaller time frame. We can see a bigger resistance also. So yeah, this resistance is on a smaller duration. This is on a larger duration. If we get a breakout, you can see about this target getting achieved. One thing is nice in this counter is holding up, well in the recent fall. It is holding its support level. So you also, the if you are holding this counter, just continue to hold this counter for some more time. For stop loss, you can keep your stop loss will be deep in this. Okay, see, if you are a speculator with small risk appetite, you can keep your stop loss below this swing low, but ideally I will prefer by looking the price action, just keep stop loss below 200 level, okay, on a closing basis. Because if you see the price action of such counter, because this counter gives you a large wicks, okay, you can see larger wicks forming near the support level. So if you keep stop loss on absolute basis, it might hit and again go up. So keep on closing basis in such, in such nature of stocks. Yes, Abhishek. Next come. Yeah. So definitely continue to hold. Fresh position, I would say, make above breakout only 253 for target of this thing. Yes. Next counter, Abhishek.
Yeah, next stock is Gokal Das Exports.
Yeah, again a good counter. Okay, this is in upside momentum. You can see a rectangle formation breakout here, and you can see good upside movement. See this. If you carefully see, this is continuously forming higher high, high low, higher high, high low. You can see from here, it is forming higher high, high lows. If you want to, me to plot. See, this is a very good counter for traders. If someone is trading, you can see a very good uh, high, high low formation in this. You can see from the start, it was making this. See this. Now see here, we have got almost the same low till the previous low. Then again the pattern has formed. Okay, till here, and then again a sideways. You can see same lows till here, and again it is going up. Minor dip. Again it is trying to take out. So if you see the nature of this counter after the pandemic, this is, you know shown us tremendous trend. Okay, this is clear a uptrend counter. Now in such counter, what we must do, if someone wants to take a fresh position, just take above this breakout level. You have seen this counter have formed rectangle here. Right now you can see this counter have formed again a pattern at this level. Okay, generally you see many counter like this, okay, breaking its rising trend line. See this, when rising trend line was taken out, this counter went sideways, it formed descending triangle pattern, and it has given a upside breakout, then rally. It has halted here, it has formed a rectangle pattern, then rally again. The same thing might happen. It has formed a rectangle pattern. If we see a breakout above 450, definitely this counter will continue to move upside. Okay. Keep your SL just below 330. And if that SL is maintained, definitely this counter should continue its strength. We can see clearly on the chart. Yes. Also, the volume action is very good. Let's see if this breaks 450. Definitely a good counter. Very good to those who have selected this stock. Yes.
Yeah, next stock is Methanolize.
Okay. After this, one last stop we will take. I think so. We are up. Methan, methanol.
MAITA.
Okay. Okay. Again, a good counter in terms of, trend. You can see this level. Uh, this counter might test its breakout zone. Okay, we get a breakout retest here. If we see a breakout retest of 1220 level, uh one those who play breakout retest can play here. Someone wants to keep SL in this, is 1140 is the level. Okay, this is the level one must keep SL 1140. This is a wide range breakout candle. You can see this candle here, a wide range breakout candle. Above this, the breakout was also confirmed, and it has, I also think it might have completed, or 80% of target is also completed after breakout. Yeah, if that is the case, then I would not suggest to take a re-entry after breakout. Why? Because see, in many cases, when breakout is achieved, when target is achieved after breakout, and stock again comes at the breakout retest level, okay, sometime it again goes down, or it might just consolidate there and it will start moving in a channel. Okay, so if someone wants to trade in this range, can do so. But generally, the momentum might also go lackluster. So your target has been achieved. Those who have played methanol alloys, if someone have taken long recently, keep this SL. Somehow stock comes up near this level, one can exit. Okay, near 1500 level. Yes, Abhishek. Next counter.
Yeah, the last stock that we'll be taking is just a second. No, Tube Investments.
Tube investments. Okay. Again, a good, we can see good volume action here. We can say, I think so. We might have discussed in our stock ideas as well. It is, see, now from 15 March, okay, whole April month Nifty was showing some fall, some gap downs. The stock has sustained that and it is trying to go up now. If someone is holding, continue to hold. This is a very good looking stock, a very good, we can say a very good strength in this counter. Now 2000 is the level which one must watch for taking fresh entry. Okay, once 2000 is taken out, one can see some fresh entry. But I think by looking at the price action of this stock might wait around 2000 level. Okay, near this previous high. If someone have taken position around the lower support zone, can book some profit at 2000 level and keep some profit for trailing. Okay, and if breakout is there, then definitely trail your position. Now stop loss for this counter. Okay, uh, if you want to keep stop loss, if you are able to hold your, this is a good counter. If you are able to hold this counter, okay, if you are able to take more risk, then definitely this support zone should be your SL. But if you want to take a smaller SL, then this rising trend line should be your SL. When this stock gives you closing below this rising trend line, you can exit. Okay, yes, Abhishek.
Yeah,
I think so. This was the last counter.
yeah,
Yeah. So I hope that our audio was fixed today, and you all have a good experience. Uh, we will meet on next Saturday. Next Saturday, Sunil will be there. He is again, he was out for a month. Sunil will be joining. He will be taking the session. I will meet you now on Monday. Our analysis on a live analysis. Yes, Abhishek. Any remarks?
yeah. So hopefully, guys, you guys had a good session, and consider subscribing to our channel if you haven't already. And do check out our mentorship program that will start on next weekend, and the details will be on the description box below. So thank you, guys. Thank you for joining us, and I'll see you in the next weekend. And
Yeah.
happy trading. Yeah.
Yeah. Bye, guys.